Good afternoon. I'm out here with my Zasdar PP700S-A. I've got my stock fitted and my silencer and a red dot, and I'm just going to do a little bit of a shoot at that target 10 metres freestanding, and also going to show you how different this is with the silencer. This is a stumpy silencer, a Swift stumpy silencer. It's 2 2, so I'm just going to take this off and I'm going to just shoot it, dry fire it without. Okay, and then I'm going to fit the silencer okay, and then dry fire it again. So that's quite a difference. Yeah, it really does take the crack off the air pistol. Okay, so I've tweaked the hammer down recently, so this is now shooting under 6 foot-pounds. At the lower pressure limit, because as I've said in other reports, when it gets down to about 80 bar, the power starts to creep. So it's at 220 bar, it starts to climb a little bit, and it stabilises at 200, where it's pretty constant. And then when it gets to about 80, it starts to creep up. And then I've shot it down to 30 bar, where it actually dropped off again. So I've tweaked the hammer and I've adjusted it at the lower point. So if you want to test your Zasdar or your SMK or Artemis or whatever you want to call it, I recommend you shoot down to 100 bar and then put it through your crony, probably about 60 shots, and just see how the power goes. And then you need to adjust your hammer spring inside here, just turn it down and test it at that pressure until it's under the legal limit. Okay, so I'm just going to take five shots at that target there, freestanding. Just going to put my red dot on, turn this on, and we're using JSB Exact Jumbos. They're 15.89 grain. So as you know, they're pretty easy to load these. So you push that open, swing it across, and you put your pellet directly into the barrel. Okay, like so. And then you close that up. Now don't forget, this pistol has no safety. So just remember, when you don't cock the hammer back until you're ready to fire. You can actually decock this, by the way. If you cock it, okay, you can decock it, and the way to do it is to hold the trigger, pull the trigger, hold the hammer, pull the trigger, then gently release it forward, like so. Okay, so if you've cocked it and it's loaded, point it the same direction, and you can actually decock it, and then it's safe, it won't fire. Okay, so you can decock these. Okay, just remember that, because obviously there's no safety on. So here we go, we've got the red dot on. We're going to cock this, and we're going to hit 5 shots at the target, freestanding, 10 metres. I'm going to take my glasses off because I don't need that for the red dot. And here we go. I should probably shoot a bit low because I haven't zeroed this red dot since I've adjusted the power. So the power has been turned down, so it should group pretty well. It'll probably be a bit low on the target. The only thing is that this trigger, it does seem a little bit heavy on the second stage, so I might have it maybe tweaked at some point, or tweak it myself, and so it's a little bit smoother. But it does break pretty cleanly. The stock is very good. It's cheap, but it does just the right job, and it sits nicely in the shoulder. So that's 4, and one more. Okay, so let's bring the target up. We'll have a look. Right, now I've got this this pistol charged to 200 bar. So as I said, the first few shots from 220, the power is quite low. It comes up, and at 200 bar, it's sort of like this, the changeover point, and that sort of really shows itself in these 5 shots, because the first 2 were here, yeah, close together, and the next 3 were actually just below the ball, yeah. In fact, almost on top of each other, you know, within probably you know, about 5 mil, yeah. So that's freestanding using a red dot. So that red dot is not that far out, to be honest, and this will probably shoot at that point from 190. I think it's about 190 now. Let me have a quick look at the pressure gauge. So she's yeah, she's at 190, yeah, and that'll probably shoot like that from 190 all the way down to probably 90 bar. So you've got about a 100 bar. So I was getting about 110 shots, 120 shots from a full charge. When I shot this the other day, I was getting quite a bit more, but I'd actually turn the hammer down. So this is probably doing about 4.8 foot-pounds, which, to be honest, is more than enough. Yeah, if you're shooting like that's 10 meters, if you're shooting 15 meters out, you know, with a red dot, you'd just aim point anyhow, you know, because obviously you'd aim slightly off because it's not a mil dot, it's just a dot. So you'd adjust your aim point accordingly, you know, like you would if you were shooting with a fixed sight. So but it's very consistent, you know. I put it through the Crony and it was very, very consistent. Once it achieved that, once the power, the pressure, sorry, had come down to about 190, 180 bar, it was very consistent right up down to about 90, 85, 90 bar, and that's where the power started to climb back up again. Okay, so yeah, this is a great pistol. Like I said, my trigger is might be an oddity, but my trigger is a little bit stiff. The second stage release is a little bit heavy. But I'd like to actually probably have that adjusted at some point. But as you can see, even in that state, I'm still getting, you know, like well under 5p group freestanding, you know. So it's good. Yeah, it's very good, very consistent, and you're going to get a decent amount of shots out of this pistol. So I thoroughly recommend it. The actual pistol itself, I think you can pick me. I picked this up about 150. Somebody between 150 and 200 for the pistol. The stocks were about 30, and they just go into the top of here, just remove the grip and fit the 2 plates in here, take the plates out, you fit these in its place, and then the actual silencer adapter was about £13, I think £14, and then you just have any silencer really. This is an old silencer I had lying around that I don't use anymore, and yeah, it does a very good job. The red dot I bought second hand, was £25, but any decent red dot, as long as it holds at 0, that's the main thing. Once you adjust it, really adjust it for whatever pellet you're going to use. Like I said, I'm using the 15.89 grain, which you know, I use JSB's in, because they're just a good all-round pellet. You know, whichever one you use, they just work, you know, in just about everything I shoot. So that's I've sort of trying to standardise my pellets really now down to expresses in both calibers, jumbos and 2.2, and really that's about it really. You know, I don't really shoot much else now. I went through loads of different brands, loads of different weights. I've got some monsters actually, some JSB monsters, which are 25.4 grain in 2.2, and they actually did actually shoot very well in my Capato, but I only sort of use them really for power testing, you know, because obviously PCPs, the heavier the pellet, the more power it normally produce. So if you want to make sure you're not exceeding the legal limit with the heaviest pellet, chuck a monster in and see what power it's kicking out, so you know it's going to be legal. Okay, so hope you enjoyed that little bit of video. Thanks for watching.